by sinking your resting your forehead on the floor or a block. Gentle sway the forehead from side to side. All through the mouth. Swaying gently come back to center. Bend your elbows, bringing your palms to touch the crown of your head. Stay here. Continue to draw your thumbs down towards the nape of your neck. Stretch. Gently release your palms back to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Find a tabletop at the center of your mat. Now is a great time to add those anchor weights if you're using them. Of course, they're totally optional. Back to tabletop. We're just going to take some time here for some cat and cows. Tucking the toes, lifting the gaze, big inhale. Pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale as you gaze toward your thighs. Once more here. Gently come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. Exhale, thread your right arm all the way under and through the left side body, allowing your right cheek to come towards the floor of the room. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale, plant your right hand under your right shoulder. Inhale, left arm reaches high. Exhale, thread it under and through the right side body. Left cheek right here, gently relaxes with floor. Exhale, plant your left hand under your left shoulder. Tuck your toes, walk your hands a palm print forward, lift your hands to the sky. Coming into our first downward facing dog. Pressing your heels into the floor, lengthening the back side of your body. Stay here, gently add a pedal of your heels. Deep bend and extend to one knee at a time. Gently coming back to center. Inhale, reach your right leg to the sky. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your right nose. Inhale, lift it up. I meant your right elbow. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Once again, step it through. Find your runner's lunge. Right foot, inhale, rise up. High press up, shoulders stacked over your hips. You can add a bend into your back knee. You can straighten that leg as you lengthen that left hip flexor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lightning press up, hinge forward, sweep both arms back. Inhale, rise. Draw both arms around the front, reaching to the front of your mat, carrying over your right toes. Exhale, open up, warrior two, top of the mat, deep bend, and that front right knee. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and stay. Release your left arm down your left leg. Reverse your triangle. Gently gaze under that right arm. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stack your shoulders over your hips, arms to the horizon. Bump the hips back, reach the fingertips forward. Tick-tock your right hand down, left arm to the sky, find your triangle pose. Continuing to find length here. We're going to pulse it, lifting and lowering for 5, and 4. That's 3. Last 2. And 1. Hold the shoulders low. Bend into that front right knee, bent knee triangle. Try to press that right knee open using your right elbow. So your left bicep to your left ear, extended side, reach into your fingertips. We're going to cactus that left arm for 5, and reach. That's 4, and reach. 3 more. 2 more. Nice, last one. Inhale, reach and stay. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm down your left leg. Gently gaze up towards your right fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel down, frame your right foot, pivot your left toes. Step your right foot back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal off the heels. And back to your breath. Slide my mat a little bit away from that box so I don't take it again. It's a little unexpected. I thought I was in the clear with my short legs. All right, coming back to down dog. Inhale. Lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. That right this time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, get it straight back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Find your runner's lunge. Inhale, rise up high, press up. Shoulders stacked directly over the hips. You can bend that back knee and then press that right heel further in towards the floor. Take a little bit deeper into your crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lightning crescent. Hinge forward, sweep both arms back. Inhale, rise one more time. Exhale, hinge and sweep. Holding that hinge forward, sweep both arms around to the top of the mat. Pivot your right toes, open your right arm up to the horizon, deep bend that left knee, warrior 2. Nice. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and stay. Release your right arm down your right leg, reverse your triangle. Beautiful. Bumping your hips to the top of the mat. Gazing under your left arm. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shoulders turn over your hips. Bump your hips to the back of the mat. Reach forward as far as you can. Draw your left arm down, right arm to the sky. Holding here and breathing, triangle pose. We're going to pulse it for 5. And 4. 2. All right, hold it low. Bend into that front left knee. Pressing that knee open using your left forearm or elbow. Bent knee triangle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, steal your right bicep to your right ear, extended side. Flip your palm in the same direction you're looking. Cactus that right arm for 5. And reach. That's 4. Nice, Mendy. And reach. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Commit to the bend in that front left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Gazing onto that left arm. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel down, frame your left foot. Pivot your right toes. Step your left foot back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out, come back to your breath. Big breath in, big breath out. Really feel those ankle weights. Exhale, down, crunch your right knee in towards your nose. Inhale, kick it back, single leg down dog, just the right leg. That's 9. And kick. 8 more. And kick. 7. and kick. You're more than halfway. 4 more. That's 3. 2 more. Last one. Hold that right leg to the sky. Flex the toes, lower and lift that right leg for 10. And lift. That's 9. And lift. 8. Lift. 7. 6. And 5. 2. And 1. Hold that right leg to the sky. Pulse it here for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 2. Last one. Release that right leg. Come back to your down dog. Allow the hips to sway side to side. Come back to your breath. Big breath in. Big breath out. We're going to keep that on the left side to keep each side symmetrical. Lowering the heels back to the floor. And back to your down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose crunch. Keep it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Three-legged down dog kick. And tuck. That's 7. And tuck. Some more. Halfway. Tuck. Last 3. Last 2. All right, last one. Hold that left leg to the sky. Flex left toes, lower and lift for 10. And lift. 9. And lift. 8. And 7. That's 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. All right, last one. Hold that left leg to the sky. Pulse it here for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Release that left leg. Draw your knees wide, keeping your toes tucked. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Continue to reach your arms forward, finding your child's pose. Back to where we started. Again, gentle sway if that's comfortable. Maybe you come back to complete stillness. Reaching your fingertips far to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise forward, keeping your knees on the floor. Stack your shoulders over your wrist. Exhale, lower all the way down. Once you arrive, tap your toes. Bend your knees, heels in towards your glutes. Press up, elbows to the sky. Sink your hips back, coming back to your child's pose. Holding here for 2 rounds of breath. Breath out. Gently sway back to center. Reach your fingertips forward. Inhale, raise up. Shoulders over your hips, heels into your glutes. Exhale, lower all the way down. Once you arrive, tap your toes. Walk your heels in line with your hips. Bend your right knee. Flex your right foot. Relax that left leg. We're going to press the right foot to the sky for 10. And 9. Keep that right thigh off the floor. 7. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hold that right leg lifted. So right thigh is off the floor. We're going to point the right toes. Extend and bend that right knee. For 9. And bend. That's 8. And bend. 7. And 6. 2. All right. Bend that right knee once again, still flat off the floor. Point the toes, pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Release that right knee down. Release your right leg long. Wiggle out your legs. Allow your hips to sway side to side. We're going to repeat those 3 moves on the left side. So right leg is nice and relaxed. Bend your left knee. Flex your toes, pressing the sole of your foot to the sky. We're going to lift that left thigh off the floor for 10 and tap. That's 9 and tap. 8, 7, 6. Make sure you're relaxing that right leg. That's 4 and 3. Last 2. Hold our right leg to the sky. Point the toes. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. 8 more. And 7. 6. 5. Last 4. 2 more. Last one. Hold that left knee bent. Point the toes. Pulse it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2. Last one. Release that left leg. Straighten out the left leg. Allow the hips to sway side to side. Out long. Wrists under your shoulders. Press up mini cobra. Little to no weight in your palms. Pressing into the tops of your feet so much that your knees or your thighs elevate off the floor. Exhale, lower back down. Walk your hands to your lower rib cage. Elbows remain to the sky. Wrists up, full cobra. Gazing up. Maybe over your left shoulder. Back to center. Over your right shoulder. Back to center. Tuck your toes, come through tabletop or meet directly back in downward facing dog. Filling out the heels, relaxing the hips. We're going to grab a block and place the block between our thighs. Return back to down dog, squeezing that block between your thighs. We're going to bend the knees coming into a power dog. Hips stay elevated, shins parallel to the floor. Press forward into a high plank. Lift the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Now we're going to reverse it. Rock forward, find a high plank. Pressing the hips back as you lower the shins parallel to the floor. Coming into a power dog. Keeping the arms straight, straighten the legs, hips elevate to the sky for down dog. Exhale, bend the knees, power dog. Press forward, high plank. Plank the hips, downward facing dog. One more time in reverse. Rock forward, find your high plank. Power dog, shins parallel, arms straighten. Elevate the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Gently bend the knees. Releasing your knees slowly to the floor. Grabbing that block, setting it off to the side. You know what, we can grab that block with our right hand. Let's do that. Still in that tabletop, blocks in your right hand, reach the right arm long, reach your left leg long. We're going to find bird dog crunches. Inhale, elevate your right arm, left leg off the floor. Exhale, crunch right elbow to left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch, 8 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Maybe your right elbow and your left knee make contact. Maybe they just come super close. Avoid arching or rounding your spine as you reach your right arm and left leg long in opposite directions. 4 more. Crunch. And reach. 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Right arm, left leg long in opposite directions. We're going to open them out to the diagonal. Right arm to the right, left leg to the left. Bring it back in. 4 more. To your midline. That's 3. Back to the midline. 2 more. Nice, Mindy. Last one. Release your left knee, release your right hand. Allow the hips to sway side to side. And back to that tabletop. Grab that block in your left hand if you used it on the right. Reach your left arm, right leg long. Lift them off the floor. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. And reach, crunch, and reach. Keep it going. 6 more. Way. That's 4. That's 2. And 1. Keep the left leg right, this left arm, right leg long. Open out to the side. Bring it back in. Open. Bring it back in. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Release your left hand, release your right knee. Lower to your left or right hip. We're going to grab that block. Placing that block between your knees. Grabbing the other block between your palms. Knees to the sky, feet grounded. Reach your arms forward, block between your palms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower all the way down to the back. Controlled movement. Lower back, middle back. Control, Mindy. Shoulders, neck, and head. Tap that block overhead. That block back in front of you over your chest, arms are straight. Walk your heels in towards your glutes. We're going to tuck the hips under, so we're going to rotate those hips up towards our rib cage. Arms remain long to the sky. Squeezing that block between our knees. Tuck and release. Tuck and release. Firing up the deepest core here. Gentle tucks. You want to think about pressing your lower back further into the floor. Tuck and release. So reaching those arms to the sky, squeezing the block between your knees and your palms. 2 more. Last one. So with that block between your knees and between your arms, we're going to reach the block between our palms up to the sky. Upper crunch and release. Reach and release. 8 more. Make sure you keep those hips tucked under, still squeezing that block between your knees. 3. Last 2. And 1. Set that block off to the side. So keeping the block between your knees, lift your knees over your hips, shins parallel to the floor. Tuck your chin to your chest, reach your arms long past your hips, palms facing in towards your midline. Reach your right hand towards your right foot, back to center, left hand towards your left foot. Back to center, slow and controlled oblique crunches, pressing your lower back into the floor. Imagine you have a turtle shell and you're trying to itch the backside of that turtle shell. Between your knees. Toes can be pointed, flexed, or relaxed. Side to side, slow and steady. 2 more on each side. And left. 1 more step. All right, still holding the head, neck, and shoulders elevated. We're going to reach our right hand over to the left side. So both arms are reaching long to the left side. We're going to crunch and reach for 10 and 9, 8, 7, that's 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Come back to center, head, neck, and shoulders still elevated. Now both arms over to the right side. We're going to reach and pulse for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Head, neck, and shoulders still elevated. Bring it center. Hands gently over that block. Pulse it here for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. All right, now lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Draw your elbows wide, pressing your shoulders, your head, everything in towards the mat. Still squeezing that block between your knees. Tap or flex the toes. We're going to lower until we tap either our toes or our heels, or come as low as we can without our lower back lifting off that mat. Knees lift, drawing them back over your hips. Gentle tap or towards the floor and lift. Now we're firing up with deep lower abs. Slow and steady. Controlling these movements as you lower your heels or your toes towards the floor. Notice what your hips are doing. Are you pressing your lower back into the mat? Are you rotating your hips up towards your rib cage in the very first ab workout that we did? That's the movement that you want to create as your knees stay bent and your toes come towards the floor. 3 more. Slow and steady. And lift. 2 more. Last one. All right, final move with that block between our knees, still our elbows wide. Allow the knees to fall over to the right. Back to center. Over to the left. This is core rotation, so we're working those obliques, but we're also lengthening and stretching the outer body. One more time on each side. Back to center. Over to the left. To center. Gently grab that block. Reach that block between your palms up to the sky, knees still over your hips. We're going to straighten and bend the legs for 5. So just from the tabletop, legs to the ceiling. 3 more. Little stretch for those quads. 2 more. Next one, hold your legs to the sky, point the toes. We're going to lower both the legs for 10. And lift. That's 9. You can always set the block off to the side and draw your hands under your hips, palms facing down for support. Think slow and steady. Avoid letting your lower back lift off of that mat. Press your lower back into the floor. 6 more. Halfway. Last 4. And 3. Last 2. All right, final one, legs lower. And lift. Both legs back to the sky. Now we have alternating scissors, so drop the right leg. Transfer that weight into that block from your right hand to your left hand. Behind that left thigh. And then switch. Right leg to the sky, left leg long. Block transfers left hand to right hand. And switch. So as you transfer that block, you're crunching your upper abs. The scissor of the legs, straight or bent, is firing up your upper abs. As you transfer that block, you're also engaging your obliques. Slow it down. Keep it going for 10 and 9, 8, and 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Together. As you hold here in a butterfly stretch, reach those arms overhead, squeezing that block between your palms. Keeping those elbows still over your shoulders, we're going to bend the elbows, squeezing that block for skull pressure, and then straighten. Gentle bend of both the elbows, and straighten. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. All right, release that block off to the side. Walk your heels back under your knees, heels in towards your glutes. We're going to find a bridge pose. So feet are hip width apart, arms by your side. Pressing into the soles of your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. And tap. Squeeze and lift. And tap. Head, neck, and shoulders stay grounded into the mat. Elevating your hips and your glutes. And tap. 6 more. And tap. That's 5. Tap. Last 3. 2. All right, last one. Pull the hips to the sky. Tiny pulses for 10. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the hips elevated. Knees open. Knees close. Knees open. And close. So you're tipping to that outer edge of your foot and then rotating your arches slightly towards the floor as you draw your thighs and your knees in towards one another. Hips are still elevated. They might start to inch towards the floor. Pick them back up. 5 more. Open. 2. Last one. Lower the hips. Draw the knees into your chest. Pulling yourself into a tight ball, gently rock side to side. Sway back through center, keeping your right knee in towards your chest. Extend your left leg long. Add some movement to your right toes. The guidance of your left hand, gently draw your right knee over to the left side of your body. Gazing up over your right shoulder for a supine twist. Switching legs, left knee in towards your chest, right leg long. Feeling that stretch in your left hip. Moving to one, lifting your feet. Feeling release the bind on your left shin. Using your right hand to draw your left knee across your midline, over to the right side. Gazing up or over your left shoulder, or supine twist. Back to center. Reach your arms and legs long, tiny arch in your back. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest once again, crossing one ankle over the other. Rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine, as many times as you need before coming up to a comfortable seat at the center of your mat. Both sit bones grounded. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. I invite you to bow as we bring our thumb towards our third eye in prayer. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you each and every week. The light, love, and yogi and yoga honors, cherishes, and respects the light, love, and yogi and unity. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.